Good morning. Good morning. Testing, 1, 2. Yeah. Okay. So today we're seeing NUWE on the scans, CTOR, and BMNR. We will go and look at those in just a minute. NUWE is the one that's making the most noise right now. 6 million shares traded, up 112%. All right, so let's go over here and look at the scans real quick. Main. All right, so I'm seeing NWE come up here to highs of 1452, 1450s at 6 o'clock. So it's already at a high. This definitely isn't a dip point. Let's go look at the news catalyst on this. News catalyst for today says news came out yesterday. Yesterday, today is the 16th, so no new news today on this one. Says that it secures a new U.S. patent, strengthening its position as a leader in fluid management innovation. To protect innovations in blood filtering system design and methods that support safe and precise fluid removal during ultrafiltration therapy. Okay. All right. Well, it's the most obvious one right now. Where is newest from? In NUWE. NUWE. Oops. NUWE. Looks like it is from Eden Prairie, Minnesota. They commercialize medical devices used in ultrafiltration therapy. System which are to treat patients suffering from fluid overload due to heart failure. All right. Okay. But yeah, it's at a high right now. Was down here at 12 right before 6 o'clock and then started moving up here on Wednesday. The floats. Let's look at these floats that I did not yet look at. All right, the float on NUWE is 4.37 million. Float on CTOR is 5.50 million, and then the float on BMNR that keeps popping up there is like 50 million. So these are the lower float ones. And we'll see if they can actually hold up. Now NWE is the only thing up there. The other one just dove off of the map. Good morning, Mike D. Mike D, you like that time frame in Italy where you can oh man. We're gonna see. I'm guessing you're spending quite a bit of time in Italy. Maybe a week or two. Seems like. All right, so let's start looking at a daily chart for this. NUWE. And I don't even know if it's on the right screen. Let me see. Nope. Let's see the right screen. We need this to switch to this one. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right, so this is NUWE's chart. it's been took a quite a bit of a drop. I don't know if it took a reverse split or what. It says 40. It had to 40 down to 6.9. It's quite a bit. $6.09, and now it's back up to 17. So it has this top here of 24. 24 up here. Had this gap level as 1683. Somewhere up in here. Yeah, gap. So let's mark this up. This is the top of the high up here. And I will put edit. Possible daily resistance. Okay. Then we got gap fill area, possible support. Gap fill, possible support. Then we got a complete failure. If it goes past 1550, it's looking like it might just be over with. 1550, it's going to be exiting gap to the downside. Exit to gap, downside, weakness. All right, so we got all of that marked up. Let's jump over to the 15-minute. All right, so we got gap fill, possible, whatever. Did it? 15. Doesn't look like it's. Oh yeah, there it is. 1550 fill. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so this is where we're sitting right now. We had a previous level on the 15-minute traded in this zone down here, 1232 and 1106. A little zone down here. It could be some type of level of interest down here. All right, so we'll see what happens. It is Wednesday hump day. A lot of times on Wednesday, this was an early mover too. 6 minutes after 6 o'clock, this thing is up. It was just at wherever it was. Let me go to 5 minute, 15 minute. 5 minute, 15 minutes. But definitely did not start the morning in a dip. So 6 o'clock, it was at $15 and made a $2 move up on that new volume coming in right when the when retail can kind of start trading. But I want to see, is this a trap? Is it going to crash back down after this little move up? And that weakness sign is looking like 1555. So we'll see what kind of reaction it has down there. Then it has some previous trading levels that we marked out for the 15-minute here. Looks like it played this range between 12 and 10. Five minutes. All right. Yeah, but this is definitely high. High of the 1759 up there. Yeah. All right, let me continue to read this catalyst since it is pretty much the only thing up here. Let's make sure we're not getting cooked. All right, medical technology company focused on fluid management solutions today announced the issuance by the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office of U.S. patent number, whatever number this is, 12,300,000, whatever, titled extracorporeal blood filtering machine and methods. The patent was officially granted on July 15th. Yesterday, further strengthening the company's growing intellectual property portfolio. The patent covers methods for improving the accuracy of fluid balance calculations by incorporating the density of replacement fluids in effluent, a known source of error in the continuous renal replacement therapy systems that use weight-based measurements. While most systems assume a default fluid density of 1 gram per milliliter, actual fluid densities vary. This discrepancy, if uncorrected, can lead to clinically relevant fluid balance errors. All right, so the patent joins. So this is patent news. It just got a patent yesterday, and it's good news for the company for sure, but I don't know if it's going to hold up. I don't know how massive that's going to be. Let's go and look at their actual overview. All right, so Newalis is the company, Restore Fluid Balance, Transforming Care. Okay. Outpatient updates means business. Accurate and predictable fluid removal. Clinical evidence, safe, simple solutions. Learn how Aqueduct's therapy quickly and gently restores fluid balance in all patients suffering from fluid overload. Okay. Our solutions, healthcare professionals, investors. Newalis is a commercial stage company focused on. And the other thing is this news dropped at. It just seems like everything happened yesterday afternoon for it. So most of the move was already made even before we saw this. So yesterday afternoon popped up to $8, and then a very unpredictable explosion falls down, does a failed breakout. Another one came down and now wants to break out there. Okay. Interesting. Oh yeah, I saw BMR. It's still up here on the scans. It's up 21% today. 50 million, 50.5 million in the float. Market cap is a little bit over 2 billion. It's almost a small float. It's like teetering between small and mid cap. NUWE. NUWE. Yeah, this is a hard one to trade up here. You got to be quick on this kind of scalping, and you would have to scalp on this because it really didn't form too much of a bottom around these levels. But I do know that 1555 is going to be exiting a gap going to the downside, so there's going to be weakness there. I kind of labeled the lines of what I thought could happen there, and we'll see if that is true. But we're seeing top and tails up here towards the right under the 1879 is coming back down towards this 1683 gap fill. Could be support, but if it ends up breaking this, it's going to definitely eliminate that idea. Still up 146% though. The volume on this one is 8 million right now. Some of the ones that we talked about yesterday did end up making moves, like MP that Apple invested in. Made that move at the beginning of the day. Up, calm down. Show me yesterday. Back up. Yo, what is going on? There it is. Okay. Man. All right, so we talked about this one at the beginning of the day yesterday. It moved right out of the open, dipped down to 52, and made a $10 run up there on MP materials. Very, very powerful move with Apple investment. It was up like 25 something percent at the highs. It's pretty nice, but it is a larger cap, so you know, definitely was pretty dangerous too. I ended up trading this one, CYCC here, and I got in at $6, $6 with 150 shares, and rolled it up to $8, and it continued to go up to 10 and 17, and kind of left me in the dust. So I made about $300 on that, but yeah, it definitely went up above 8, went to 10, went all the way up here to 18 around lunchtime. It is what it is, though. I took my piece and got on down. Had to redeem myself from some of these trades that I took earlier in the month. Um, and just getting back to, managing the position well, and actually following, not really the rules, but following, eliminating greed. A lot of times you get in something, you just hold. I'm like, man, let me just get out. Let me just cut this, because a lot of times I was just holding, end up holding, and I'm like, nah, this ain't it. Need to be in and out. It's gonna go. Let it go. Let it go. And if it's good, it's gonna take me anyway. But yeah, coming back down to this 683 level. You said PEW will have Trump Jr. on the board. Okay. CLBR, that's an energy stock, isn't it? CLBR, is that clean energy or something like that? I think I heard of that before. CLBR, that's uranium, isn't it? Comber, I don't know what that is. No, that's acquisition company. Don't really know what that is. All right, let's look through some of these other ones. 9 days here, yo. Nomar in the building. Place order BMR 7 shares. Pew. Okay, so let's go look at the front page and see what is kicking today out here. Trump and Wall Street can't both be right on the market and tariffs. Trump Fed renovate. Wait, is today? Today is Wednesday. Never mind. Tomorrow is the day that all the AI speakers come out, I believe. Let me go check. 16th financial regulation. Yeah, tomorrow is this speech here by Lisa D. Cook that could spark some things in AI and innovation, all that stuff, or give some more gasoline to stocks like Nvidia or chip makers or whatnot. Okay. Let's see. Trump Fed renovation sort of is a fireable offense for Powell. A sideline Fed faces a new high stakes dilemma. Bank of America profit rises as trading revenue jumps. ASML stock sinks after chip linchpin warns on growth. Trump says drug tariffs will probably kick in on August 1st. Johnson & Johnson beats a Q2 profit, ups fiscal year sales forecast. Wall Street Titans consider a crypto pivot. Analysis battered dollar, a boon for U.S. multinational companies. Bank of America posts better profits. Okay, so we saw that one up there 11 minutes ago. Chip gear maker ASML can't guarantee growth this year. Its stock is falling. Okay, U.S. tariffs, weak dollar threaten Italian exports. India's tech Mahindra, I don't even know what that post marginal first quarter revenue. Okay, and then more on Johnson Johnson. And now Apple lags in AI race. May slow some things down that Apple has invested in, like MP. Okay. Okay, let's jump back over to Benzinga. Let's go to our calendar, see what kind of IPOs are coming out today as well. What are we looking at? Oh, IPOs. Okay, so we got two that look like they're coming out today. MGRT, Mega Fortune Company Limited. That's a Chinese stock, Hong Kong. And then KMRK. This is also a Chinese company, IPO. All right, I'm gonna leave both of those to their own devices. Let's go look at earnings. So we got Bank of America, PNC Financial, FHN, Johnson & Johnson. Let's see, any other notable names today? United Airlines, Progressive. Does Progressive pay a dividend? What's the ticker? PGR. Come on now. I am a human. All right, PGR. Okay, so it does look like it pays a dividend. Started paying dividends out in 1989 quarterly. What's the dividend here? Kind of low back there. Let's see if it ended up increasing. Non-qualified, $1 paid out on 2010. So it does kind of like some dumps in here, like some bigger dumps, but for the most part, it looks like 10 cents per quarter. And that's, yeah, that's 10 cents, at least 10 cents per quarter, but that's for, what's the price of this stock? $242, 10 cents per quarter. Not great, but I guess the company is stable. It is an insurance company. All right, Morgan Stanley for earnings, Kinder Morgan, and those are all of the really notable names that I saw there. Let's go over here to, so we did earnings, economics, mergers, acquisitions, splits. All right. Let's jump over here to news and details. Okay, what we seeing? Small business, Bridgecrest, Lending Auto, Unified, Bank of America. Trump announces great deal with Indonesia. Don't know what that's about. But I do know we had an oil stock in the small caps that was out of Indonesia called INDO. Let me go look at INDO real quick. So INDO, oil, what's oil doing today too? Pull this back to the 15-minute. Okay, oil continue to come down under this level. We had marked up to 66 and now it's down at 65.93. And INDO is an Indonesian oil company. Down here, let me jump over to the daily chart on this one. All right, so this one has popped in the past. Up to $5. It's down at 282. It's been back up to 5 a couple of times. 1, 2, 3. Almost got it there. So an attempt. So 3 in an attempt. But we've definitely seen this one move crazy when oil and sometimes Indonesia is mentioned. So we'll see. We shall see. Let's jump back over to NW. NUWE still holding right under that 18. It has not confirmed if 1550 is weakness or not, just holding up there. Let's go to the 5 minute, 2 minute. 5 minute, we see top and tails, more and more top and tails. 1 minute. So it's been up here to this 18 flat twice and finding a whole bunch of resistance there. But it's patent news. It's good news for the company, but it's not the strongest news for that continuation. And let me go back over here and get my scanner up. INDO is energy, right? It's energy and oil. INDO owns oil, what do you call them? They dug oil. What do you call them when you dig for oil? Rigs. They got 4 oil rigs or something out there in Indonesia. They added another one like 2 years ago or whatever, but that's Indonesia. And I was kind of watching it for a while, but it's just one of those, if you're in there before it goes up, it's a lot better than when it is, because it kind of gets choppy with oil. It's just an excitement play. It's not really a meme or anything. They actually have value. They're extracting oil from the dirt, but once it gets up, it's like, oh man, but it is what it is. I just remembered that when he said, when I saw that news about the deal with Indonesia. So this is INDO right here. It's oh, I'm in the wrong one. Where's my scanner? And go to key data. So it has a float of about 9.04 million. Short interest on INDO, and it has fiscal year earnings confirmed or not. It's not confirmed for 13 days. So we'll see as it gets closer. Is it actually going to post its earnings on July 29th, the end of this month for INDO? But we'll see. For short interest, though, let's see. Short interest, what percentage? Okay, so percent short on 6/13 that's last month. About this time was 13%. It did drop a little bit, but that's some pretty high short interest. We'll see if it continues to build into next month, but building up some shorts there for a squeeze, as it always does. They jump on and then they get blown out for a little bit, and then they jump back on. Rinse and repeat on INDO. But like I said, I don't really know. I just put 2 and 2 together there. All right. Alarity Therapeutics generate corporate statement. ALLR. Track. American. All right. Let's just jump back over to NUWE and BMNR are the 2 things we got sticking up right now. BMNR. Good morning, Danielle. We're in here. We saw NUWE pop up on patent news. It's good news for the company, but I just don't know about the continuation of that news. Yes, it popped up and it started. The actual news dropped yesterday after market, but I just don't know if it's going to continue. And it's finding these top and tail wicks on the 5 minutes. And let's see the 15 minute. 15 minute, we'll see if we can get below this 683. It has about 3 minutes left on this 15 minute to hold up this 1687. But it is definitely slowed down a lot since we last looked at it. It's got 11 million shares on it. It has an ATR of $1.82, but again, it easily moved that $1.82 downwards instead of upwards with that weak news. CTOR was one that I seen earlier. It was a little bit cheaper, but why isn't it up here? Let's see. I don't know why CTOR isn't up here, but it's up 36% to 5. I don't know. ATR on CTOR is 68 cents. Interesting. Let me refresh. I gotta refresh my browser because that should be up there just to show us. But I don't know. It's moving kind of slow as well. I don't know what the catalyst is on CTOR and why it's up 37%. Let's go look. CTOR. CTOR Oncology expands distribution network with execution distribution services. This was on yesterday. Agreement with global pharmaceutical solutions provider enhances commercial infrastructure and reinforces launch readiness for FDA approved immunotherapies or immunotherapy Limthir. Let's see. Today announced the execution of the distribution services. This new agreement expands Citius Oncology's commercial distribution network, providing additional access and product availability upon launch. Doesn't. Yeah, it routine cleave. All right, whatever. It's not up there, so it is what it is. Circulating that $2 level. NUWE sitting right on that level of the 1683. Two top and tails, and it has slowed down in volume even more. Was getting tens of thousands of shares traded, but now it only looks like a couple thousand at a time. Let me jump down to the 5. It's got room down to the 1555, and then it has some previous trading down here around the 12. $16.40s is what it's trying to break. EMNR got going into the afternoon yesterday. Did you receive news or something? It has news from the 14th, so 2 days ago. Holds approximately 5 million. So now they did their purchase, so they're holding about 500 million of Ethereum to advance this Ethereum treasury. Okay. Let's also look at TradingView real quick. TradingView. Let me make sure y'all on the right screen here. Yep. Okay. So trading view, we got Bitcoin up here at 18. We got Ethereum right here. So I'm guessing they bought somewhere. Let's see. This is July 25th. Yeah, they've been just buying 15 million of this. It is what it is. Okay. We'll see where that ends up going. Mike D, coincidentally, I have a small position in RIG stock, RIG. I've seen that one pop before as well. Is that shipping? Is it like shipping of oils and stuff like that? I think it's like the bulk shipping, maybe. Let's go see. All right, Transocean. So it's back down around this $2. What's the low? Low is 65 cents. I don't know how many splits these guys have done. Let's see how many reverse splits they've done. How many reverse splits has RIG done, performed? Transocean has undergone 2 reverse splits, one in 1997, September 22nd, 1997, one for 2 reverse split, and then one in November 27th, 2007. So definitely it's been a while for sure. Since it's done any kind of reverse splits, it's just been kind of just getting trading, regular trading, and holding above $1. So it is what it is there. All right, NUWE, are you still coming down? What are you doing up here? Did make a lower low there. Yeah, I just don't know if that patent news can continue. Let's go look at the actual NQ. NQ still holding up these levels around 23,000. Hit a high of 23,222 and has not come back to test down on any of these. I don't even know where this trend line is going. Move that. Must have been on lower time frames because they don't even make sense out here in the higher time frames. Anyway, if you guys have any other stocks that you're seeing other than or that are coming up under NUWE, definitely let us know. Kind of looking for stocks with 1 million shares traded, ATR of at least 30 cents, up 20% at least, and that's pretty much it for them to pop on the scanner. Then we kind of see, hey, what's the float? You know, what's this other stuff? When did the news pop? All of that good stuff. But yeah, NWE has died, it seems. Literally 6, let me see, so from 6 to 6:30, about 30 minutes of excitement and then death. And it still has room down here to the 1550s. Your friend's dad worked for them a long time ago. What did he tell you about Rig? Is it legit? Is something that they doing legitimate work, or is it out there floating on clouds? Jump back over to front page and see if anything has changed over here. It's 640. Trading and deal making jolt. This was 9 minutes ago. Goldman profits. They're really mad about that Fed renovation of that building, huh? Like, why are you spending money on that building? Tariff timeline, chip stock. Expect lackluster retail sales data as consumer spending slows. Latest. Morgan Stanley, that's 9 minutes ago. Q2 earnings snapshot of Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs. What is their GS? Let's go look at GS and Morgan Stanley. What's Morgan Stanley's ticker? Morgan Stanley. I don't know if these are actual ones. These all look like funds or indexes or something. These don't look like actual tickers. Not tickers, stock market, NYSE or um, NASDAQ tickers there. I don't know. Those kind of look weird. Whatever. Johnson & Johnson, J&J. Italy asks, the only problem with some of these bank stocks is they don't really have news. Like with Apple investing in MP around these earnings times, that gives a little bit more gasoline to it. But we're kind of looking for some more news to come out with earnings to give them a little bit more boost. Unless you've been in since it's been low and then you don't care. You're just like, it is what it is. If it gaps up, great. Okay. Goldman Sachs. Where did we leave off? We were up here, Bank of America. So some more news have definitely dropped. This is 6:30 news. 5/1, second quarter. Infinity Natural Resources. Preferred offering. Okay. So NUWE coming up here and finding that 1683 after coming into this small dip, but the volume has dried up so much. I'm just like, I don't even know. I don't even know what it's trying to do at this point. Point of control is at 1685 right now on this 1 minute chart. It is at 1695 on the other charts. Getting a little pop up there, but yeah, without volume, it's not really going to go anywhere. We'll see if we can get back under the 1683 and continue to walk down. About to close this 15-minute candle right here. 15-minute looking, it's looking kind of sick around this 17. Two top and tails, following by a way lower high of the 1734s. Looking for it to break back into this level. Well, there's a little bit. Now it says Genesense announces U.S. Food and Drug Administration grants regenerative medicine advanced therapy. What is that for? A $12 million award. What's the ticker on this? Genesense. G-E-N-A. I don't know what the ticker is on that one. Canadian investment. Okay. I'm just watching the news flow in here. NASA's fixed income investor call. Sources. So right now we're using business news headlines. I mean, we could use Benzinga Wire and all of that, but I'm just gonna stick to the press releases from companies, business news headlines. I mean, do we really need that? Market Watch, Yahoo Finance. Yeah, we'll keep all those. We'll keep all those. World news headlines. The Information, Orlando Sentinel. Okay, yeah, we'll keep all that. Okay. Just keeping the news up and head on the swivel to see if anything pops up that looks interesting on the news. Goldman Sachs up to $712. J&J Johnson & Johnson moved up as well, but very low volume on those two. Looks like we did get back below this 1683 here, and does look like it's going to be walking down. So this is one of the things that I run into a lot, especially trying to day trade the pre-market. I'm looking for range, looking for things that can give range. And sometimes I fall in love with things just because of the range. I'm like, oh no, they need to cross off other things. Like the catalyst, a patent catalyst. How strong is that going to be on continuation? Unless they drop some more news that somebody is buying or purchasing or, you know, doing something as far as getting some units from them. A patent by itself is good news, but it's better with when it's coupled with something else. And a lot of times they don't drop them at the same time. VSIG, VCIG, Global to acquire licensed fund manager, Malaysia jurisdiction launch. That just came out. Okay, not too interesting. But yeah, that's 1683. Now it has room all the way to the 1555. We can get on down there. You've only invested 1100 in a rig. Nice. Tax harvesting. Yeah, it's interesting, but the thing is the catalyst that is probably killing people. If it didn't have a catalyst, it would probably push up higher. That patent catalyst is like, okay, that's okay, but it's not enough to make it go like 20, $30. Okay. I think it would have did better if it didn't have a catalyst. But the only way they got it moving was because of the catalyst. They also did I thought I seen a SEC filing too on that one. Let me see what that filing's talking about. So it had the press release right there, but the SEC filing, let's see what that is. So that came out on Monday. Mullis Inc. To our stockholders, a special meeting of stockholders will be held Monday, August 4th, 2 p.m. To conduct the following items of business. Proposal 1, to approve the issuance of shares of common stock in accordance to NASDAQ listing rule and NASDAQ's interpretations of guidance thereunder, pursuant to the exercise of warrants sold in our financing transaction that closed on June 10th. The offering, we refer to this proposal as warrant exercise proposal or proposal 1. Proposal 2, the approval of an amendment to the company's fourth amended and restated certificate of incorporation. Okay. We refer to this protocol as authorized shares increase proposal. Proposal 3, to approve an amendment to our fourth amended restated. Oh my goodness. Okay, so they got a reverse stock split of our outstanding common stock at a ratio of 1:5 to 1:70 to be determined at the discretion of the board of directors, whereby each outstanding 5 to 70 shares of common stock would be combined, converted, and changed into 1 share of our common stock. Okay. Enable the company to comply. Boom, boom. To authorize one or more adjournments of special meeting. Okay, let's continue to read down. Our board of directors, special meeting, even if you are planning on attending, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so all this is going down on August 4th. This is quite a bit of time until that happens. Not really quite a bit of time, I mean, it's next month, beginning of next month. What is the purpose of special meeting? They keep reapplying these same things. These are questions that they're answering for investors. Okay, so background of the offering. We're seeking stockholder approval of, okay, June 9th. Oh, that was already done. June 9th. They were looking to get it to 1260. 1260, which it did kind of trade around, which we saw over here on the chart. This what I had put out and highlighted here, around this 12-ish level that it had traded before it moved up to this 1260. Okay, so the gross proceeds, blah blah blah, were approximately 5 million, and the offering closed on June 10th. Potential consequences if the proposal 1 is not approved. Okay, so So the consequences, let's see. So the board of directors is not seeking the approval of stockholders to authorize our entry into underwriting agreement. As the offering has already been completed and warrants have already been issued, we're only asking for the approval to issue the shares underlying the warrants in connection with an exercise of warrants. The failure of our stockholders to approve this proposal one will mean that we cannot permit the exercise of the warrants and we may incur substantial costs and expenses. Okay, bam, bam, bam. Each of the Series A warrants has an initial exercise price of $12.60 per share. Even if the exercise price is reduced to the lowest possible exercise price pursuant to the price reset, if all Series A warrants are cash exercised, we will receive an additional proceeds approximately of $3.0 million. If the warrants cannot be exercised, we will not receive any such proceeds, which could adversely impact our ability to fund our operations and advance the clinical trials and related product development activities for our product candidates. Okay. So if this doesn't pass, they may be in a little bit of a financial strain. Potential adverse effects of the approval. Proposal one is approved. If a proposal one is approved, existing stockholders may suffer dilution. Wait a minute. So if it's not approved, they will lose money. If it is approved, existing stockholders may suffer dilution in their ownership interests and result in a potential issuance of shares of common stock upon exercise of the warrants. Okay, so I mean, for the shareholders, they probably don't want this thing to be approved, right? Let the financial strain be on the company, and let them figure it out. Interests of certain persons, vote required. Proposal 2, approval of the increased number of authorized shares. That's basically the dilution that they're talking about. Okay, here's what it is. I'm not about to read this whole thing, man. This thing's long. This thing is long. Back over here at NUWE, retested the 683 and is back up under it. Let's go look at the 15-minute. 1593, we got a low here. It almost got to that 1555, but pulled back up a little bit. But I think it's still kind of walking down. There. Yup, that's what I'm seeing. Nothing to see here. Potential financial strain and bankruptcy. Yup. It's all there though, for people that are going to be holding this. It's all, they put it out there. They just put it down here on page 16. That's all. It's they were like, yeah, all this good stuff, warrants and whatever. And then way down on page 16, they're like, yeah, but we're going to dilute the stock. And so basically we're going to play a 50-50 Russian roulette with 5 bullets in a six cartridge gun. And hopefully you don't get shot. We don't either. It's like a fully loaded gun. So it is what it is on this one. I just don't see this, being something that's gonna go. Yep. And the crazy thing is, they'll be like, well, we put it in the documentation. You're like, where? Just scroll down. Just continue to scroll down. It's like, bro, why isn't that at the top of the documentation? Well, because they're trying to hide it. So that is why the volume is drying up. It now has 13 million shares traded, and continues to just come up here to this 1683, but not really be able to break over it. Even if it does break over it, I don't really care. It is what it is. I think that it's going to, this low down here continues to make new lows. So no uptrends have been formed here yet. And the breakdown of 1630s would definitely continue the weakness here. breakdown 1630, and then breakdown of 1584. Okay, let me jump back over to Yahoo and see if any updates have come through. Also, let me jump back over to Benzinga and see if any more news has dropped here. Okay, let's see what we got here. The last time we looked, it was like 640 something. Investment, Thrive Scholars. Okay. Firestorm Lab announces 47 million Series A funding to accelerate growth and innovation in defense technology. Firestorm Labs, I don't know what that is. Firestorm, do they have a ticker? Firestone, nope. I don't know what Firestone Labs is. Citigroup, table contents, they just filed some type of SEC filing. JP Morgan Chase, another filing registration of something. Let me go click into some of these. I'll start with JP Morgan. All right, so prospective supplement JP Morgan Chase. What did you file? Fixed to floating rate subordinated notes due issue price, table of contents, general. Okay, where can you find more information about JP Morgan Chase? Let's go up here to the table of contents. Where can I find more? Use of proceeds, description of subordinated notes, underwriting, conflicts of interest. Let's go to conflicts of interest and then legal opinions. So this is page conflicts of interest. And then what's this? Independent legal opinions. Perspective, use of proceeds, description of debt securities. Okay. Okay. All right, JP Morgan Chase, 150 billion. Is that billion? Let me see. Yeah, billion. Debt securities, preferred stock, depository shares. JP Morgan, which we refer to as JP Morgan Chase, may offer up to 150 billion or equivalent thereof of any other in any other currency of these securities from time to time in amounts on terms and at prices that will be determined at the time they are offered for sale. These terms and prices will be described in more detail in one or more supplements to this prospectus, which will be distributed at the time the securities are offered. Our common stock is listed on the New York Stock Exchange under symbol JP Morgan. The other securities that we may offer from time to time under this perspective may be listed under NYSE and other national security exchanges. As specified in the applicable prospective supplement, you should read this prospectus and any supplement carefully before you invest. Yeah, that's a good disclaimer. See the section entitled Risk Factors in our most recent annual report. Was that back here on this one? Risk Factors? No, that's not. Okay. But anyway, what they're looking to do is sell this onto the market, 150 billion or equivalent. Okay. Any other standout things? Let's see, this summary attached, blah blah blah, JP Morgan Chase. They're trying to raise some money. They're trying to raise some money out here. I'm not gonna read too much of this because this stuff is long for real. If y'all want the links, I'll drop the link in the chat. I don't even know if y'all can open it. Maybe y'all can, maybe y'all can't. Let me know. But yeah, this dilution in selling is crazy. What's this one? This one is different. Oh, they took me down to that part of the page. Underwriting, and I think this was okay, it's on the same one. It's just further up the whatchamacallit. Let me copy that and I'll put that one in there too. All right. So yeah, let's see what other news has popped. Okay, so we were just at 7 o'clock. So we were back here. Man, all this news dropped while I was looking at that. Let's see. Wednesday, where was I? Goldman Sachs, Citigroup. Oh boy. Aerial Systems advances global expansion as drone and sensor technologies in Brazil propel growth in Brazil's sugarcane industry. All right. Esri. Conference. Modi Ventures raises 88 million for second fund to invest in tech bioconvergence. All right, they raised some money. Uber welcomes new retailers to its Snap EBT program. Oh boy, they're taking EBT cards on Uber. Oh Lord. All right, well, interesting. Let's see. Real chemistry of points, 9 point, adaptive sports connection. BT doing a announced a public filing for proposed initial public offering. BT was one that we've seen move before, but they got an offering on the books today, or a filing for the proposed offering. Custom requests. HPE, Netgear. Looking for interesting things. It's crazy how much news can come in 5 minutes. Like I'm at 7 o'clock and all this stuff has just been surging through here. And some of this stuff doesn't even have like on this scanner. I could scan for volume and all that stuff, but I just rather just see all the news and just kind of look through it quickly. There's XRX. I had quite a bit of that, but they cut their dividend. I didn't know how it would perform. Let me go look at XRX and see where it's at. XRX is still under 5, so I may retry it. It unveils enhancements to PrimeLink series press and free flow workflow software. I don't know. I might go back and look at it. Guard Force AI launched new tech focused strategy for Thai subsidiary. We got a bunch of second quarter, blah, blah, blah. For Dell Technologies, they did an SEC filing. Okay. So we made it back up here. Oxy 1.5 announces carbon removal credit agreement with Palo Alto Networks. Okay. Oxy is at 42.83 right now. LIXT was one that we've seen move in the past. Is down 27%. Wow. New news just popped in. Johnson & Johnson did some kind of SEC filing here. Let's go look at that. Am I tripping? Is it not loading in yet? Hold on. I guess it's still loading in, maybe. Maybe they're still typing it up. I don't know. Oh, it's a Form 8. Okay. It's not crazy. Joins Alpha Liquid, Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce, SEC filing. Okay, here's what it is there. Let's refresh Yahoo, see if any more news comes through. Back over to NUWE. Did we let me see. So it looks like we are walking down to that level of the 1555. And that's where so this is where the bottom of the gap fill is. So this is either gonna be support or it's gonna slash through this, and this is gonna become some type of resistance at that 1550. It's only 40 cents away from it, so not far to move at all, and also found plenty of resistance up here at 1683. Okay. 23 minutes ago, 2 hours ago. I guess in a way, I am getting Yahoo Finance news over here as well. When I go to my scanner and in my business headlines, I do have Yahoo Finance here. Let me go look at these. What's in here? Hot Opinion, Benzinga Wire, After Hours Center, Tech, Government, Insurance, Trading Ideas, Movers, Long Ideas, Small Cap Analysis. Oh, there's some small cap analysis there on the Benzinga Wire. Might select that. Movers, Technicals, Previews, Short Ideas, Previews, Movers, Long Ideas, maybe some dividends. Let's see, IPOs. What else? Dividends, buybacks. Yeah, let's do all that. Okay, Benzinga signals. Okay, done. All right, Cystic Fibrosis Foundation commits up to an additional 24 million for Prime Medicine develop gene therapy. Is that any specific tickers included on this? Not really seeing any. Okay. Let's go over here to my calendar and go to our medical type deals. I think it's what was it called? FDA approved or FDA. It's on today. Down, down, down. Anything popping up? Not really. All right. Here's what it is. Back over here to NUWE. Every time we look at it, it looks like it's just on a death stroll. What's going on at BK? Let me see. BK is what? Why isn't it typing? Okay. I don't know if that was a ticker that you were putting in or what. Nothing to see. Mike D was asking you about what's going on BK. BK. I don't know what the BK stands for. Maybe that's an inside joke. Anyway, this morning has given us one obvious stock that has given us many reasons not to touch it. It's been a good morning though. Coming down here, trying to figure out what it wants to do down here at the 1582. Lower highs, we can see a pattern of lower highs here. Let's jump over to the 5-minute. Coming right down to that 1555 level, finding a little bit of a bounce there. But yeah, it just looks like it's stair-stepping downward. Break of this 1555 level is going to be some death. It is trading under the point of control, so the majority of the trades have happened at 1685 up there. It has a range, so on the 15-minute, the point of control is at 1515, and then down here on this one, it's all the way down to 1685. So it has a zone up here. 15 is down here. So let's see how it trades within this zone. 15, like right here, up to 1685. Yeah. We'll see if we can break down this 1515. Definitely got a little bounce here though. This is a dollar move off of this the downside gap here. That was a dollar move. Or more, actually. 1550s all the way back up here to 1683s, looks like. Definitely some range right there. Then the slammage. Back off that level. Multiple times touching that point of control. And let's see if this one closes as a lower high under the 1675s. Oh, bankruptcy. Got you. It's going to be a double top. Nope. Small little breakout. See if we can snatch back under. Looking for a re-entry into this level. And this is now 1, 2, 3 times it is, if it fails this, it'll be 3 times proving this becoming stronger and stronger resistance. Mm. 17s with a snatchback. Okay, coming back up here, 1724s. High of 17, a little bit lower high than 1737s. Trading above the point of control, but how many candles can it actually close the candle up here above 1685? A little bit of volume coming across here. If there's no motion but there's volume, it might be a reversal sign. See if the volume, yep, volume's still coming in, but it's not jumping up. You just start jumping up if it's going to be going up. Jump back to the 15. That's what we're looking at over here. Small little bounce out up there to 1734s. 5 minutes. Coming right back into this level here. Still got room down at 15.55. But somebody made money right there. Almost $1 move in there. That's crazy. Oh boy. Jump over here and look at what's going on over here. You guys are seeing anything else moving, anything else up, definitely drop it in the chat. Let me scroll back up and make sure I didn't miss anything that y'all put out here. CLBR, we looked at that. INDO was mine. Let's see, NUWE. Okay. Just waiting on something else to come on up here. PPI in 5 minutes. All right. PPI. Okay, so PPI report. Actually, I could probably just go over to benzene and watch the news and it'll probably pop through on there. Reddit investor loss class action filed on behalf of Reddit. Okay, so there's a couple of class actions in there. Last PPI news was on 6/12. Not seeing anything populate on these. It is almost 7:30. Oh, NWE got hit in the mouth a little bit. Yeah, I don't think this one's gonna be great. All these top and tail wicks telling us that there's some indecision in the air. There is some indecision in the air. Well, the 15-minute really looks nasty. Look at that. Right back in this level that we had that we looked at. So just like it made $1 something, maybe giving back quite a bit more. Yeah, I'm not seeing any PPI news yet. Maybe at 7:30 when it drops. We're gonna see. Oh, Dimension Fund Advisors Limited. What is this? Public opening position disclosure. A person with interest in relevant securities representing 1% or more. Okay, that's just an investor making some moves out there, but that's really not going to affect us. A class action lawsuit was filed on behalf of Apple. July 16th, leading securities law firm, whatever, announced a lawsuit has been filed against Apple. Why does it say, oh, wait. It says filed on behalf. Okay, so let's see what Apple's got going on. Lawsuit has been filed against Apple Inc. and certain of the company's senior executives for potential violations of federal securities laws. Investors have until August 19, 2025 to ask the court to be appointed to the lead case. Why is Apple being sued? Apple is a multinational technology company that engages primarily in the business of smart devices and artificial intelligence. Apple's software includes a digital personal assistant called Siri, which was first introduced in October 2011. The complaint alleges that Apple misrepresented Siri's advanced AI-based features as well as ability to deliver them within the iPhone 16 product cycle. In truth, as alleged, Apple lacked a functional prototype of Siri's purported advanced AI-based features and misrepresented the time it would take to integrate such features into its devices. The stock declines as the truth is revealed. Of course, we know, on March 7, 2025, Apple announced it was indefinitely delaying several AI-based Siri features, citing development delays and pushing their release to sometime in the coming year. On this news, the price of Apple stock declined $11.59 per share, or almost 5%, from $239.07 per share on March 7th to $227 per share on March 10th. Then on June 9th, Apple hosted a worldwide developer conference for 2025. Noticeably, Apple failed to announce any new updates regarding Siri's features. Analysts and media outlets described the WWDC as underwhelming and disappointing, with CNN stating that it's unlikely that any of the announcements made on Monday's event would change the perception that Apple is behind its competitors in AI. On this news, the price declined. Okay, so yeah. Is that a repeat? Oh, then it further declined to 200, 201, all that stuff. Okay. So somebody filed a lawsuit on wait, where'd it go? On false news there on Apple 719. Okay. Let's see if any other things are going on out here. TwinBee and Fetch AI partner to bring autonomous agents. Okay, VEE. Is that up right now? Or actually, I can check the price right here. VEE hasn't made any moves yet. It's at $2.30. But they are partnering with Fetch AI, which is a crypto. AI crypto. I already own Fetch, so it is what it is. If it wants to blow up, hey, we out here. Let me see. Amaze Powers, Cisco Global doubles, anticipated shot, safety shot receives. Okay, there's PPI news right there. Okay, I guess it did populate here. At 7:30. 7:30 it came in. US core PPI for June 0 versus 0.02 estimate. I mean, this is PPI month over month for June, and then this is year over year, 2.3% versus 2.5 estimated, and then PPI for June month over month. This is the same. This is just a repost, right? Looks like a repost. Anyway, yeah, that's the PPI there that nothing to see here was mentioning. And that probably posted out here on the site too. Refresh. Yep, right there. 716 PPI for final demand unchanged. PPI for final demand unchanged in June. Goods advance 0.3%. Services fall 0.1%. User price indexes, PPI. Product detail. Oh boy, a lot of numbers. Okay. Yeah. I had to come back and look through this. That's a lot. That's a lot. I haven't heard any dings on the scanner either for a while. Which, wait, no, this can't be right. So again, just trading this tighter and tighter range. Looking for a retest of 15.95 on NUWE. All right, let me read some of these chats. No more called out QLGN, nasty 5-minute wick, but kind of curling. QLGN. Whoa, where's the chart? Am I tripping? Let me go over here to auto. Okay. QLGN. And then Rexcon says, FYI, how to speed up TOS. Unknowingly, I had multiple sessions open on TOS. TOS support helped me fix the problem. Well, one of the things is make sure that it's not storing files that it doesn't need on your unit. You can actually, where is that? I think it's in application settings where you can actually clean up the files that it has stored, or you can do it outside of TOS in the actual file explorer to clean up those files, because it does create a lot of pages looking up these different tickers and things like that. I mean, as far as like order entry and stuff like that, I mean, there's some ways to do that. You have to set it to real time and all that stuff. But either way it goes, TOS is still a free application. So, you know, no matter how much you speed it up, it's not going to be light speed. You know what I mean? And so it gives you the information that that you can use, but and you can speed it up quite a bit, but still it's a free service. So I wouldn't just kill a whole bunch of time doing it unless you're just doing some really fast hyper scalping, which some people do with TOS, but it's kind of, you know, it can go either way. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Because either way it goes, your orders are, unless you have it routed to DAS or some other broker that can facilitate direct access, your orders are still going to take longer than the other folks. You know, you could be seeing the same picture, hit the button at the same time, but theirs is going to go through first. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. You know, it is what it is, and I've accepted that. I'm like, you know what? But QLGN here, what's the, let me look at this. QLGN. So this one had a SEC filing on June 30th. July 6th, it's granted new patents covering 25 countries. Okay. So this is Collagen Therapeutics. It's announcing an update. How much volume does it have? 13 million, up 87%. Oh, okay, there it is. It just popped on my screen. I was like, why is this not up here? All right. Anyway, it is up there now. And let release my mouse, please. I want to take this back over. Oh, click on the wrong thing. Take this back over. All right, so it did pop up there. Has an RVOL of 150. It is up 60. Looks like 100%. What is he saying? 60. Let me refresh this. Definitely be watching this one and seeing what's going on. BTCS. So we got a couple popping in here after the refresh. The floats on this one is under 1 million. We have our vol of 154. We have news. So let's go check out that press release. Okay, so granted new patents covering 25 countries. Collagen Therapeutics is announcing an update on patents granted in the first 6 months of 2025. The patent is titled Substituted I don't even know, man. I'm gonna break my tongue. Whatever that is, and their use. The patent is for the drug, which was developed by Professor Stefan Neidl, and his team at the College of London, and licensed by Qualigen Therapeutics through validations and process across Europe. Okay. In total, over 20 countries in Europe have patent coverage for QN302 Qualigen. It has also been granted similar patent coverage in India, China, and Russia. India, China, and Russia. By assuring, okay, the expiration on these patents extends to 2040. Having the patents granted covering so much of the world's population strengthens our position as a drug development company. By assuring such strong coverage will allow us to continue bringing QN302 to the market and treating patients suffering from pancreatic and gastrointestinal cancer. Okay. So what I'll do, since it's still building up and, you know, getting this steam going, we got another one popped up here, V6. So we got a couple that recently popped up, but the leading one, VSIG, let's see what it's got going on. VSIG Global, it's an acquisition. Not too worried about an acquisition. So we'll see how these hold into the open. But I'd rather see this one get built up because QLGN almost to 10 million could be building up to take that lead position. But has not caught up in volume. So I want to make sure that I don't get caught in some nefariousness out here. But I will keep it on watch. I keep all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these on watch. BTCS is also up as well. And now BTCS had an offering going on. Did they complete their offering? Let me go see. So let's go BCG, BCIG. Want to see that one fall. NUWE, QLGN already on there, and then BTCS. Okay, so we got catalysts for today on these three. So let's go look at BTCS. It's only up 20%, so that's definitely not super obvious, especially with these other movers up here. I'm thinking that's not going to be something I'm playing with. CTOR continue to struggle to hold $2. We got QLGN holding around this $7 level. Why is it acting so choppy? It's up 82% on the patent news. But still got some work to do. Let's go look at the 15-minute, and we need to look at the daily charts on these. So let's jump over here to the dailies on QLGN. Closed up yesterday at $3.53, and now is up to $7. Wow, where are the obvious levels here? Oh boy. This one, gap field. I don't know where to put this. Definitely not super obvious. Let me jump back over to VSIG. What's going on over there? It's only $1.43. I don't want to spend too much time on that. It's kind of cheap. Kind of cheap. But yeah, I'm not sure where an obvious level will be out here on QLGN. Kind of just, I don't know. We'll have to see. Let's look at the 15-minute on this one. So it hit a high, big wick up here to 790, flopped all the way back down to $5, shot back up to 738, flopped back down to 613s, and now trading around right under 7. Points of control on this one is from 659 to 674 is right now those points of control. We'll see if it can push down. If it can push down, but it is making its way up. It is number 3 on the list now, so crawling up. QLGN, NUWE, and it's got 7 million to catch up with NUWE, but it does have catalysts on the day, which is that patent news. All these patents, I don't know how viable patent news is though, but they got China, Russia, and what was it, Vietnam was the other one that we saw. China, Russia, and India, China, and Russia. So the first one that they put on there was India. So I'm guessing primary services in India and then China and Russia. Okay. India, China, and Russia. Has some indecision here at 691. But nothing certified just yet. QLGN is about to take the lead from NUWE. About to be number 2 on the day. Only needs about a million shares left here. I don't know why TOS is showing me different values than Benzinga. Benzinga is saying the volume is 10.84 million, but my TOS is saying 16 million. I don't know. Whichever one. It looks like it's about to take the second position from. Let me refresh again. Maybe I'm just tripping. Let me refresh again because I don't know if Benzinga is tripping or not. It says, oh, quote, chart upstream data provider issues. Team is investigating. Well, that's good to know. That's probably why QGLN didn't pop up earlier. Okay, so they're working on whatever in Benzinga, but it is on the scan now. So I'm not sure about these quotes because I'm getting 2 different readings. I'm getting 11 million over here in volume on QLGN, and then I'm getting 16 million over here in TOS. And I'm not sure what is what. DPRO just popped in very quickly over 20. I don't know if that's gonna hold up. Looks like it has some type of news on today. DPRO. Dragonfly's Commander 3XL UAV selected by major branch of U.S. Department of Defense Advanced Operation Initiatives on DPRO. It says it's 12 million. Let me see what this one says. DPRO 13 million, so it's a little bit behind. Let me refresh this again. Let's go look at DPRO. And what's the float on that too? Let's see. Float on DPRO is looking like 12.71 million, up 22%. So we got a couple to watch. BSIG, NWE, DPRO, QLG, CTOR, BTCS. Okay. All right, VSIG. This one kind of just dying in the mid-range there, hasn't dumped or anything yet. QLGN showing a little bit of downward motion. D-Pro zipping back under 20%. So I'm gonna clean out VSIG and CTOR, focusing on the ones above $2. NUWE, D-Pro, QL, QLGN, BTCS. Quite a bit of a dip on this one. 5 minute looks like it's going down. Let's jump to the 5. Pretty much covered this lower high. Continue to pile down there. 15 minute. 15 minutes. Okay, there we go. 15 minute there. NUWE. So yeah, QLGN is about to take the lead position, about to get more volume than NUWE. Yeah, they need to get that fixed, man. Get those quotes right, because they got the quotes are popping in late because the volume is looking way off. Like the volume is way lower than it actually is on TOS. It's almost 20 million shares traded over here. I might complain today. Like, yo, my quotes, what's going on? What's going on? D-Pro. Okay, 2 million or 200,000 shares, and it will be number one. It shall be number one. We got another one popped up here. BNRG. BNRG as well. Up 25%. Let me see what this thing is. Why is it up? It signed a MOU with a Pioneer. Wait. It's Wednesday. Commercial roadmap includes first joint projected expected to launch 2027. 3 projects worth 50 million by 2030. That's a lot of future talk. SMR capacity could reach up to 120 gigawatts by 2050. More than 60. Yeah, that's a lot of future talk. Is this maybe Israeli stock? Let me go see. This is Israeli mover on BNRG. BNRG. Oh, maybe. Let's see, is it Israeli? Okay, yep. It's Rosh Haim, Israel. Yeah, I might have destroyed that name, but it's Israeli stock, so let me notate that. Okay. Not too worried about that one. Let's jump back over to D-Pro, QL, GN. Continue to pump down. And QLGN still hasn't taken the lead. Oh, it's got 4,000 shares. Okay, it's about to take the lead now. So into the open, we'll just kind of have to see. Okay, it just took the lead in volume on the day. Had an ATR closing yesterday of 28 cents. Has an ATR of 52 cents today. What I'm looking for is about I need the ATR to be over 30 cents. So pretty much gives me a nice little expandable range or area to make at least 10 cents per share, you know, at least. But it is coming up now. It is taking the lead position, and wow. So as soon as it took that lead position, it kind of started doing things. Okay. So kind of came up here 645. And was this the one I couldn't really tell any obvious levels? Yeah, this is the one. Yep. Couldn't tell any obvious levels there. It's about to be 8 o'clock. It's about to be 8 o'clock. Do we need to see a dip back down? BTCS stole your shares 4 years ago. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, BTCS. I was always on the fence about it. I met the actual CEO and talked to him and all of that stuff, but I don't know. I just always have been on the fence about it. I was like, it is what it is, you know. He has some great ideas and things like that, and their plan and structure was pretty good back then. I think I talked to him like probably 3 years ago now. So yeah, but I just never could hold it confidently, even a small share size. I was just like, I don't know, man. Just riding the fence. But yeah, we'll see if this one wants to drop back down. Point of control is at 664. We have about 30 minutes until the open. NUWE again coming back up to the 618, but pretty flat motion there. Still up 144% looks like. D-Pro, BNRG right on back down to the graveyard, only up 13% now. It's taking that one off. D-Pro also dropped off to 16%, so taking that one off. So we got three up here that I'm watching. QLGN, NUWE, and BTCS. I'm planning on taking it off. I'm gonna leave it there. No, I'm taking it off. I'm taking it off. All right, so QLGN and NUWE are the two that I'm watching, and they both have patent news. So is patent news something that's a hot commodity right now or something? I don't know. But I would like to see which one's going to hold on the open. Both of them are around 100%. So we'll see. Oh, I forgot to switch back over to my charts. So I'm basically just flipping back and forth between these two. NUWE again. Coming back up there. I guess I could delete this now. Let's remove drawing. Point of control is at the 1638. So we'll see if it can get back below this point of control 1638 and get on down here to the 1515s. But very flat consolidation motion on lower highs for NUWE. QLGN continue to try to hold up $7, but I think this one probably needs some pullback as well. We'll see on the open how these fare. Got 30 minutes to the open. I might go get me some water, and because I'm not right now with the way they're looking, I'm not looking to just be jumping into anything right now on Wednesday morning. Maybe they'll fall off and then kind of get some recovery, but patent news, I just don't know how it's going to hold, you know. ABVE popped up. 5 million. Well, let me make sure because these quotes have been off. ABVE. Okay, it does have 5 million shares. Looks like the quotes have resynced. Yeah, they're looking the same now. Okay, cool. So ABVE popped up there. I don't see any catalysts on it, but that's okay. It's up 25%. We'll just have it on watch. Don't know why it's up, but it is. So definitely watching that one. They can hold up 20%. Has 5 million shares traded right now. Yeah, I'm gonna go and grab some water real quick. We got 30 minutes to the open. Okay. Looks like, see, NUWE. Yeah, this one's kind of scary coming up here like this before the open. Um, it had what looks like some type of uptrend above this weak level at 1555, but I think it dived down to that 1555 very quickly. Has an ATR of $2.15 on NUWE. So definitely on their struggle bus. QLGN also kind of on the struggle bus. So we'll see which one comes out strong on the open, which one wants to dive and give up the guts. Give up its soul. But I only got 3 over here on the watch right now: QLGN, NUWE, and BTCS. And it looks like ABVE popped off as well, popped back down, going towards $2. So ABVE, this one is the one I'm talking about. It has the ATR high up here of 251. Could get going. I don't really know what it wants to do if it can get up there. I believe we saw this one earlier at some point. Let me see what kind of catalyst it had on it. Above Food Ingredients Inc. Okay, warrant. Oh, this is AB. No, I don't want that one. I want ABVE. Okay, so this one above Food Palm Global Execute Definitive Agreement. Okay. And I'm seeing some, let's see where this thing is from, ABVE. This one is out of Regina, Canada. Regina, Canada. Okay. Let's see how that goes. Looking at the daily chart on ABVE. Oh, it's already done quite a bit of a pop. So it's at 188, and it's going to be opening up around this top level up here. So yeah, it already looks like it's in descending mode. I don't like that. All right. Already looks like it's in descending mode. Okay, so NUWE. QLGN dipping down a little bit. Let's go to the 15 minutes. So previously heavily traded areas was around the 5. It got bought up over this 6. So maybe it'll need to test down 6, maybe even down to 5 before it tries to do anything. And we'll just have to see. There's no real obvious levels though on it. That's the biggest thing. Like no gaps or anything like that on this. We got this 450 down here, $5, and that's quite a bit of a drop from where it is now. That's giving back $2 worth of profits there. And then kind of the same thing for NUWE. It's at 1690 right now. It had this little possible resistance, had a gap fill right there that it popped back and popped back down on, and then it's got this 1555. But other than that, I mean, we really don't want to see it all the way back down to 11 or down here to 1258. So we'll just have to see on those. But they do seem like they're in walk down mode. We have about 20 minutes until the open. To the open. WE. Pop back over to the news. Actually, no, I'm good with the news. I'm gonna focus in on these ones on the scanner. If anything else pops up, I'll let you guys know. But I'm not gonna be holding too long because I got my meeting at 10 minutes after the open is when my meeting is. So, you know, just have to see what the day holds, do some work. If these want to dump, oh well. They both are kind of high. NUWE is definitely at a high point. has been holding here for over, let's see, 6 o'clock all the way to 8 o'clock. That's a 2-hour hold in this level. So that's pretty nasty. Then this one popped up at 7, and it's just was 8 o'clock, so about an hour hold up here. So we'll see what a drop does for it. Kind of looks like a pendant or a pennant in here coming both ways. Don't know which way it's going to choose, but I don't want to be, that's a 50-50 trade right there. It could either go up or either go down. You know, if it does explode, it looks like a flag pattern. If it explodes downward, it looks like, you know, I don't know, this looks like a failure. But we'll just have to see. Still, QLGN has more volume, so I'm thinking that there's more interest over there. QLGN relative volume is 448 times its normal volume. NUWE is 86, so definitely some more, way more. And then D Pro is 17, and then BTCS is only one times its norm. I just do not want to catch a fader. I want to let this thing, especially if it's like weaker news, like a patent. I just want to let it. Oh wow, whoa, bro, what you got going on? Just kind of dropped out the bottom there, towards the 650. But yeah, weaker news like a patent, and you gotta buy a dip. Previous trading down here, we look down here at the 5-minute. It looks like around 530s could be a test point down there. 15-minute night is clear, but we'll just put $5. 5 could be a possible support or a support range down here since it threw this wick all the way here to 456. So remove and put in a range between here. It's possible support. And we will call this, I guess I can name it, or I put some notes out over here. So I will put in here possible support, because there wasn't anything really clear on the other stuff. Then on NUWE, if it fails to hold the 17 again, it's going to be looking pretty bad. We have about this 15-minute candle is about to close. Jumping back down to the 1 minute. Point of control from 385 to 5, still 385 to 515. So 515 down here. Definitely has held this for quite a while. So it tried, came up, failed, came up, failed, came up, failed. Another. So multiple failures on this patent news. Still though, if I was a short, this would be the most obvious one. May not have top volume, but it's up 146%. So a lot of people are going to be looking at it, whether it fails or not. QLGN, possible all the way back down here to the 5s. This one breaking on down on NUWE. Back into that range. $15 to the open. 15:54. 650's got tapped down there on QLGN. Still waiting for that dump. Because people are definitely going to want to take profit. I mean, especially if it's patent news and it's not the greatest news, they're going to take profit on both of these. How much profit and will it be bought up is the question. Or when will shorts cover is the, I guess, the other question, because it may not get bought up. It may just be, quick bounce, some profit, then out. Breaking down that 650. Previous low was right here at 637s. $15, definitely looking downwards. Making a lower high on the 15-minute or a lower low on the 15-minute. Who will hold up? About 10 minutes left into the open. Very sideways action on NUWE. A lot of consolidation in here. QLGN closing candles under 650s now. $15. Top side is 1740. Yeah, D Pro is struggling to survive over here. Just keeps popping back and forth. But they're all pretty much within the same. Whoa. Whoa. QLGN. Big dive off of there. QLGN got crippled. Okay, so it was at 650. Took a dive off. And remember, this is patent news. So people are willing to take profit. A lot of profit. So it's only got $1 to move down to 5. It may need to go even lower than that. The ATR high is down here at 383s on this red line. That's a crazy dump, going from almost 100% down to 60%. So NUWE may get the majority of the focus off the rip because it's holding this flat level, but that doesn't mean it's safe. It has room all the way down to the 1550s. And this one was the one that we saw that the company was really planning on doing some diluting of this stock that could hurt the shareholders. So we'll have to see how they actually react to that news if they read the whole thing. SRM just popped up. SRM has news on today. SRM. Whew. Okay, it is above ATR highs here. So let's go and look at that if y'all didn't see that one yet. Up 23% with 1 million shares traded. Let's look at the news here. All right, SRM Entertainment. SRM rebrands to Tron Inc. and adopts Tron ticker symbol on today. So it's rebranding, and that's not great news. I mean, it's like, okay. Let's see. Winter Park, Florida, Tron Tricks, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so there could be a little bit of cuss-up confusion today on this. But was not able to exactly hold up 20%. Let's go over here and look at this one real quick. It is way lower volume than all the other ones, so I mean it's just now making it on the map, SRM, but it does have it's a higher price stock and could definitely face some upside upheaval here, but I want to give it a chance because it's just popping 7 minutes before the open, so we don't even have much data on this. Let's see where it's from. SRM. SRM is out of Winter Park, Florida. Entertainment designs, manufactures, sells toys and souvenirs to theme parks and entertainment venues in the United States, China, Japan, Europe. The company designs a range of product categories, including figures, plush, accessories, apparel, and homewares. It serves content providers and consumers. And these things are barely surviving. That's why you keep hearing those pops. It's like nope and nope. Okay, so we got 4 up here. I don't know if D Pro is gonna survive all of this. D Pro has really been getting choppier and choppier. SRM not really holding up that 20%. Let's go look at the daily chart on SRM after this rebranding. So we got closed up at 672. Now it's up to $8, but it's definitely got some work to do under 20%. Very very struggling movements. NUWE popping out here, has room all the way back down to 15 and 15s, which I think we're going to see very soon here in 5 minutes. Nice little dump on this little patent news. Oh wow, Mike D says still holding his SRM up 700%. That is insane. Insanity. This one, we're looking for a crash back through 17, all the way to 15, basically, at the open. We got about 3 minutes left on this one. It had a top side of 1879 up there, creating a lower high. Let's see if it gets there before the open. It's got 3 minutes left. All these false breakouts. I know some people got shook on this one. False breakout there, false breakout, false breakout, false breakout. And then all of a sudden, boom. All right. ULGN continue to walk down as well, back towards this $5 level. So NUWE does not have the most volume, but it's definitely the most obvious stock right now for shorts and longs. See this thing getting nailed down. Popping up there to the high, creating a new high. 1889, 2 minutes before the open. This is some scary movement right before the open. Now, imagine you're a seller and, you want to get, your money's worth. Where your stop's going to be if you're already in this? Like, be at the 17 or I'm thinking this thing's going to drop down to 15, 15. 15, 15. $4 loss on the open. $4 loss in value that may not be reclaimed because of the catalyst being weak. Got about a minute left. Weak as water. It is weak as water. Small little breakout. On the top side of that, we got 50 seconds left. All right, here goes the open. We're about to see the ATRs populate here. Where's the ATR low on this one? All right, ATR low is at 1872. 1872 ATR low. This is going to be an incredible slam. None of those sell orders have went through yet. So it's halting up here, $20.85. So it's got, I mean, ATR high here is at the 1913. QLGN, yeah, we're gonna have to wait for a NUWE to come out of the halt. It's got way more range and all of that good stuff. D Pro popped up there as well. So now it's basically who's gonna hold up? Who is gonna hold up? SRM went back under 20%, but it's right at that ATR level as well to be holding 791. So it could get going up and just vibe up today. We'll see how it ends up holding. ATR low there is at 767. Starts breaking that down. 69, 770. Breaking that on down. D Pro coming back very harshly to the ATR highs, and the TOS isn't even keeping up. The numbers are moving. We're seeing 37.30 all of this, but look where it's at, 42, stuck there. It's not in a halt. So yeah, those beginning minutes on TOS can sometimes be death. QLGN throwing wicks up here as well. Who's gonna hold up is the question. First 5 minutes. D Pro all the way down here. Yeah, this is not attractive. Let's look at the 15-minute on this D Pro. 15-minute, very, very eerie look there. ATR low is at the 420s on the 15-minute. QLGN ATR low. So again, where we put possible support at, possible support, but yeah, not looking so good. Let's see when this thing opens up. SRM all the way down there under ATR lows, under the ATR highs. Where's the next level down here? Yeah, it's got quite a bit of playroom in here to consolidate. Only up 11%, so definitely probably won't be the focus of anybody today. All right, what else? Do we have anything new popping up? No. I have 7 minutes until my meeting. I'm going to definitely keep my eyes open for NUWE and give you guys updates in the Discord. But I got to get ready for this meeting. And pre-market was it's a Wednesday pre-market. Maybe something will pop up later on today. But I want to see how bad these fail. Do all of these become faders? Looking at the NQ right now, NQ did come down quite a bit. So let's bring this up real quick before I jump. So NQ did get above ATR highs, popped up here to the 23.78s, held ATR high right here, but we don't know what that is going to be doing. So it's kind of like a big wait and find out right now on all of these. Wait and find out. But yeah, ATR high there at 578. Okay. We got to see how that opens up, man. NWE may take some souls. Okay, SRM. Whoa. You trying to pop back up? What you got going here? That was a big pop-up. Let's see if it closes up under here. Maybe back over 780s. I would like to see it start challenging that upside, if so. But still red on the day for now. Could do some possible grinding up, but I don't know. D Pro still on the struggle bus. QLGN. All right, I gotta start breaking it down for real though. I'll update you guys in the Discord. Look at Pew. Pew. Let's go look at Pew. Oh, I typed in the wrong thing. Pew. Oh my goodness. What happened to it? Yo, this thing, I don't know what the story is on this one. It's up 7%, got slapped in the mouth a little bit. This looks like some kind of IPO. Go to the daily chart real quick. Yeah, this looks like some kind of IPO. It hasn't been open long at all. Went up to 24 something and now is breaking necks and backs. So don't really know about Pew. Did not come up on my scanners for day trade, but yeah, that's ugly. Yeah, it's definitely not going to heaven. It's dang man, when is this thing supposed to be opening up on NUWE? Let's see. NUWE halt. It halted at 9:30:25. It should have unhalted. Unless this is a 10-minute halt. It must be a 10-minute halt. So 9:40. That's gonna be too late. I'm gonna be in my meeting by that time. So that's gonna be too late for me. It is what it is though. I'll keep an eye on it. Okay. I would love to see SRM go up there and test $8 though. If it could. Looking at the daily chart on SRM, this is where it was down here at 723s. It got over that level and got the 846 up here. Could be a possible level. But I don't know. Just rebranding. I don't know. It wasn't that the news rebranding on that one. Yeah, it was just rebranding. All right. I don't know, man. I don't know. Rebranding. I don't know. I'm gonna try that one. I don't know that. All right. D Pro showing red. This one 10-minute halt, and then QLGN, of course, going towards ATR. Is it halted too? QLGN looks to be halted down. I'm not sure. Let me see. Refresh the page. It looks to be halted down. Yeah. Halted down on QLGN. NUWE is the last one to come out of house. And the halts are not looking good right now. Matter of fact, most of the small caps are not looking good right now to hold up. Yeah. Okay. It is what it is. All right, I got 2 minutes. All right, y'all. I got to jump for real. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. I will be back tomorrow morning. I also have the Discord. The Discord link has been dropped in the chat, and so I'll update you guys in there what I'm seeing and all of that. But I got to get to this meeting in 2 minutes, so let me go ahead and log out. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Let's see.